How many of you guys have an Instagram, Snapchat, or Facebook account? Studies have shown that 73% of Americans between the ages of 18 to 24 use Instagram and Snapchat the most, whereas 80% of Americans between the ages of 25 to 29 use Facebook the most. With most Americans on social media, it's hard not to get involved in some kind of drama or experience some type of negativity. But if we teach how to properly use social media, we can reduce how often we experience this negativity. Dr. Shri, a psychiatrist from CMI Hospital, said social media by itself is not harmful to health. However, how the person uses and perceives the role of social media in their life is important to look at. I will tell you how social media can create anxiety, depression, and addictive behaviors. I will then tell you how several have been able to find a community and a safe place through social media. Lastly, I will talk about how social media is what we make it out to be, and if we continue to encourage negativity on social media, we can only expect more negativity to be there. One of the most negative things known about social media is what it does to our mental health, specifically talking about creating anxiety, depression, and addictive behaviors. Studies have shown that more social media usage is linked to less happiness and less life satisfaction. Nearly 1,500 Americans between the ages of 14 to 24 have found that social media apps increase these anxiety and depression feelings. Another study about psychological characteristics, personality, and social media use from Nottingham Trent University said it may be plausible to speak specifically on Facebook addiction disorder because addiction criteria such as neglect of personal life, mental preoccupation, escapism, modifying experiences, tolerance, and concealing the addictive behavior appear to be present in some people who use social networks excessively. What isn't talked about or known that much about social media is how it can positively affect us. Joanne Egan, Women's Health, said, "Concerns about the negative impacts of social media have dominated public debate. However, recent studies have shown there are clear benefits to being online and connected. One of these benefits that social media gives us is the chance to have anonymity and to be able to express ourselves without fear. This accommodates those who don't want to give their identity, which allows them to feel like they are in a safe place and use social media as a motivational tool to achieve a healthy lifestyle. One of the best things set up on social media are the support and intervention centers. These hotlines are open 24/7 and are anonymous forums for people to connect and share their personal experiences. Several of these hotlines allow SMS messages or services that have motivational messages and information that could be useful for those seeking recovery. Lastly, I'd like to talk about the use of social media. David McGall, a strategy director at Studio Output, said, "There are positive benefits to social media. It can be incredibly valuable in helping us form identities and express ourselves, build stronger relationships with our closest friends, and the way people write and post can actually be used to predict the likelihood of depression. This opens the doors to help rather than harm." It is important that we are in tune with ourselves and we realize when something is benefiting us and when something is actually tearing us down. If we're aware of our social media usage and interactions, we can eliminate the negativity. We can do this by connecting with our loved ones, following inspiring stories, and uplifting others when we see that they are down. Ultimately, social media is not a negative place. It is what we allow and make it out to be. If we allow it to be a negative place, we will only continue to experience the anxiety, depression, and addictive behaviors. But if we make it a positive place, we can build a strong community with inspiration. So, how will you use and perceive social media in your life?